So we had an incentive earlier today for Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the file name, and it looks like by a wide margin, Slowpoke won with $1,533.99.
Dang.
So, yeah, that's a huge margin. over $1,000 more than Isander. So thank you everybody for doing those donations. We definitely appreciate it. And where are we going to start off here, Rubber Ducky?
So the timing for this category starts at the first input, but I'm just gonna count down for when we hit Conquest. So whenever we're ready, we can get going.
All right, let's go ahead and set up that clock. And as we're waiting for that, who's your favorite Mortal Kombat character to play usually, off of speedrunning?
I'm a fan of Kung Lao. He's the guy with the big round hat. He's pretty cool. I also like Cyrax and Smoke. Those are some also other pretty cool ones. Bring Smoke back to Mortal Kombat 11, please.
Oh, yes, please.
I really like Devora out of the new gen. This is the game that we're playing is going to be the old gen of Mortal Kombat, and then the new generation has some of the olders, doesn't have some of the older ones. But yeah, Devora is pretty cool for sure if you don't know who that is. All right, so we're ready. So yeah, I'm just gonna have you guys start the timer on when I select Conquest. So on go, and 3, 2, 1, go. So with Mortal Kombat speedrunning in general, it's not a very popular niche in just that gaming community. They usually like to do stuff with arcade and more so competitive fighting. So the timing for the game, just instead of starting where we usually will do at file select, it's just gonna be at first input. So I'll start my timer. I have a timer going on the side. There's going to be a couple differences between the run that we're going to see today and a typical 90% run, partially because I'm doing it on a new file. Generally, if you want to get the best time, you'll do it on a completed file because your health and we'll just call it the blue bar because they don't really call it anything.
It's mana.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Just that blue bar gets a little bit higher as you complete the game, and you're not able to reset the story mode or any power-ups until you complete the game one time around, and then you have to do it again. So we'll get the power-ups throughout this run, so you don't really lose that much time, but you just won't have it at the beginning of the run. So I'll also have to make sure the fights are going okay. I don't have to worry about it in these fights. This is where the more arcade style fighting is going to come into play. And this particular style of fighting is just the fastest way to get down, like get their health down. The way that combos work in this game, if I ever can get one off, is kind of how it works in a lot of games. Is it does a good amount of damage, but it lessens the amount the longer the combo goes.
Okay.
So I don't want to do too long of combos and waste that much time. To put another example of something. Sorry, hold on. I have.
Oh, it's all good. Maybe during this time, we can talk to you about Le Petit Rois. It is their mission to promote the education and development of children with intellectual disabilities, whether or not they fall on the autism spectrum, throughout the entirety of their lives. They offer tools and support projects dedicated to providing them with stimulating, adapted environments that facilitate their path towards a life of autonomy and personal growth. With the Smart Home Project, they aim to continually improve the lives and futures of young people living with intellectual disabilities, with or without autism spectrum disorders. This brand new environment, developed in collaboration with world-class specialists and renowned institutions, is packed with cutting-edge technology. Everything has been carefully designed to support their daily routine while contributing to developing their autonomy, self-determination, and learning capabilities. So if you think that that is a great thing to donate to, go ahead and hit that donation that we got. We've already raised over $13,000 in a couple of days. So we appreciate everybody who has donated so far and everybody who's going to be donating in the future.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all good.
I recently have moved back in with family, so they're still getting used to me streaming at all the hours of the nights. But what we're doing right now is just a trial. Like, it's kind of just a training mode, so to speak, but we're in an obelisk. It's basically just a little piece of magical stone that our dad, who is a god, put out into the world for us to go to and train for something. We're pretty much just tasked to go on a mission that our parents gave us, and we don't know anything about it, so we're just trying to figure out what it is. That's what's happening right now in the story.
And I don't know if it's just me or not, but I'm used to the old Mortal Kombat where it's just straight up 2D fighting. And do you know when this whole 3D aspect came to the Mortal Kombat realm?
Oh, don't know why that happened. So I think Mortal Kombat 4 was the first 3D aspect Mortal Kombat. Pretty sure that was the first one. That was bad luck right there. Come on.
Oh.
That fight can go end in one attack, that ground pound attack I did. But since he was standing a little further back, he was out of range of it doing the max damage, so it only did like half the damage than it's supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was just an error. It was just like a genre, like at the time. So I think it was in the early '90s at the time. It was just a more popular kind of game to have this kind of more 3D open world kind of game. So in Mortal Kombat 4, they added the 3D aspect of fighting. I'm pretty sure they added like sidestepping.
Okay.
And then they just kind of made it more from there.
Yeah, Mad Dog Xander in chat said that it was Mortal Kombat 4 was the first 3D, followed by Deadly Alliance, Deception, and then this one. Okay, good little trivia.
There's also Shaolin Monks. That's it's not canon, but it's a very fun, and it's probably like actually one of the better 3D games as well. The reason like Armageddon, which is the last game in the franchise as of Midway, because Midway got bought out by Warner Brothers after this game came out.
Oh, okay.
So when Midway, like, they were planning on continuing the storyline as like with this game, but it didn't happen like that.
Oh my goodness!
I just lost my train of thought.
Maybe you should have just called this game Mortal Kombat Decapitation.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fights where we're using just random objects, and they just absolutely destroy whatever enemies we use. There are different attacks for each button, A, B, X, Y, but usually there's one that's just the fastest. It kills them in one hit of some sort. That one is technically a 2-hit, but if you only hit do the first input, you only kill swinging their head off instead of doing the full attack.
Okay.
Cabal. Ooh.
Certainly better than Mythology Sub-Zero. Ooh.
Yeah, that was definitely a game. I haven't played too many 3D Mortal Kombat games. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I know a lot about like lore and kind of, I guess, somewhat more obscure information about it. Less than like I've played it and I grew up with Mortal Kombat, because I really didn't get into Mortal Kombat until middle school.
Okay.
And I'm 23 now, so.
Okay. For me, I owned the original Mortal Kombat. I played the arcade versions when I saw them in arcades, and I watched the movie. That's about all the extent that I know.
The new one's coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
Or actually, I think it's out already. If you have HBO Max, you can watch it for free. Only for a slight payment of $15 or $14.99 or whatever the heck it is.
So, just as a reminder to everybody in chat, we do have a bid war that's coming up for Monster Hunter World for Choose the Weapon. Right now we've got 3 options. We have the Switch Axe, the Hammer, and the Charge Blade. Looks like the Hammer is in a significant lead with 1,038. So go ahead and hit the donations right there. And if you want to see your weapon of choice for Monster Hunter World, go ahead and donate to the cause.
What are the weapon options? Is there a bunch?
I just see 3 right now.
Okay.
The Switch Axe, Hammer, and Charge Blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charge Blade sounds kind of cool. So that green and blue orb are those power-ups that I can collect throughout the run, and they will replenish my both the bars as well, which is also helpful.
Sorry, I'm just trying not to laugh during this part.
Oh no, you're good. There's gonna be plenty of opportunity to laugh at plenty of other fights in this run that look like this.
Yeet! Straight up yeeting those dudes right off the edge.
It's the most consistent way. Oh my gosh, come on, dude. To do the fight, but you can definitely do it a little faster if you just keep. As long as you're standing by, like close enough to the edge, the game will acknowledge that they are close enough and just hit them over.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, this kind of reminds me of Shadow Temple and Legend of Zelda with those.
Yeah, I played that game.
Or was it the well? I think it was. It was in that general area.
Sure.
I must get off this warship before it's destroyed.
All right. So this is Takunum Warship. This is like we're actually out of the first like rural area of the game. We're technically supposed to do this in a certain amount of time, but like it doesn't. It gives us 30 minutes, but it's actually like 10 or something. I don't really know. It says 30 minutes, but that timer is obviously not going accurately.
It seems pretty accurate to me. I mean, in speedrunning terms, right?
I guess so. If that was it, jeez. We'd have to be turbo mode. So this is anytime you see those green like towers or whatever, those green beams of light, that just means that dash frame? Wow, nice dash frame. Okay, so if you get a perfectly timed dash input before cutscenes are supposed to happen, you can keep running while you're supposed to be stopped and watching a cutscene. So that's what that was.
Oh, okay.
Save a little bit of time there.
Oh my goodness. Can we get a yeet hype in chat for this?
Oops. Yeah, the fireball ability that we just got is super busted. Very, very useful. We'll be using it pretty much solely as the power-up throughout the rest of the run. We'll use the ground pound one sometimes, but the fireball is just super busted.
Oh yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to shoot fireballs, right?
And now we have a lightsaber.
Oh my goodness.
This is no Star Wars.
Correct, it's Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat Lucas Edition.
And to give a little bit of backstory on Taven, just because nobody knows who Taven is a demigod from Edenia, which is the same place as like Katana. I think it's this way. Yes. And again, he was just frozen, or he was frozen in a rock by his dad, and is just sent on a mission. And his mission is basically to try and make it so the world doesn't end.
Okay. Seems like a pretty good mission.
We'll learn about it throughout this, but it's obvious there's chaos amongst, and everyone's just kind of getting in his way, and nobody knows who he is because he's thousands of years old, but he's just been frozen away in a rock.
Yeah, just been chilling.
And he also doesn't remember anything. He thinks that he woke, like, it's been a day.
Oh. So he's basically like the Mortal Kombat version of the Avatar.
Correct. Very correct. Except... Well, yeah, except Taven's just a god. not the master of all four elements or anything. He only knows fire.
Now, did you say that if you get closer with that that pound, that it does more damage or less?
So in the 2D sections of the fight, you don't got to worry about distances or anything like that.
Okay.
In the 3D, when I'm moving around the 3D action aspects of it, how far I am from an enemy how far I am from an enemy and that kind of stuff matters more, just because that's, where we're fighting, I guess. I don't know. Sorry.
That makes sense. Basically, the proximity matters only in 3D and not 2D.
Yeah.
Okay.
And only for like that ground pound move, really.
Okay.
There's some invincibility frame stuff. Luckily, we didn't get it there. That's good.
Oh, that's it's always a fun phrase for speedrunners. Them iframes, though.
Oh yeah. Did I get him? No. Oh, I didn't want that. That's fine. So since my bar is really low, I'm gonna try and. Oh, cool. Good. So whenever you punch enemies, kill them, or break like environmental stuff, you'll get health, a little bit of health, and a little bit of mana, we'll call it. And again, since my bar is so low, there are fights where I do need to have a pretty high bar, and this fight is one of them.
It's water.
Is that good RNG? Good RNG. We love to see it. Okay, that was bad RNG. That just went right through him.
Oh my goodness, we just found a Yeti.
Oop. And I should be at a good angle to get this.
Well done.
Nice. Alright, got a cutscene skip.
Nice, well done.
Another instance of the dash frame. I was just at the right angle to get into that door while the game was still locked. So that was nice. That was a nice little like 10-second time save.
Nice.
And then Sonya's here.
Oh, whoa! Going from a Korean martial art to a Filipino martial art. Interesting.
Oh, I guess Taekwondo.
Taekwondo to Kali.
Yeah, so for the 3D games, they also had most fighters had, I believe, I want to say it was 2, but it might have been more. I don't remember. But they all had at least 2 different fighting stances in the 3D games. In this game, they gave them one sword and one hand in hand.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was something different with this game. And like depending on the game, like sometimes they changed it. Like in Deception, one character might have a different hand to hand than they do in Armageddon, but sometimes that's not the case. It's just, yeah, you know how fighting game progression works.
I just thought it was interesting that they had Kali sticks, because not, to my knowledge, not a lot of people know about Kali fighting.
Well, when you have a fighting game that has over 60 characters or something, actually, I want this. You probably need to pull references from a lot of places. So that was our rescue mission.
Oh wow.
Yep. Very, very difficult.
So a fun fact, Kali is actually one of the top 3 styles to use with the rattan sticks. Kali, Eskrima, and Arni stick fighting in the Philippines.
I definitely didn't know that because I don't know anything about fighting. Oh, this is good. Okay, good. So that's this is another trial. That character that you saw with the hat is Taven's mom. She's kind of more so the sorcerer that is behind at least like the magic of the world that we're experiencing, like all the rocks and stuff that like are obelisks and stuff that like Taven's seeing is because of his mom.
Okay.
Ooh, that was bad timing. That's okay.
Oh goodness.
All right.
We'll just pretend that didn't happen, you know.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you were just RNG manipulation, right?
Yeah, that's the thing is it's on a pretty consistent cycle, but I don't think it. I'm pretty sure it starts before you get to that section, so I think it matters what you do beforehand as well, like how fast you get to that room.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't bad. There we go.
And...
Doors are also a little finicky sometimes. You have to hit B, but sometimes you don't.
So during this time, I just wanted to remind everybody of our upcoming milestones. We've got Duck Dodgers, the demo showcase. We're actually really close to it. We only need a little less than, it looks like 1,000 more, and we're going to hit the Duck Dodgers demo showcase. We also have, that's at the 14,444 mark. And then we also have the bonus game of Mega Man Maker at the 15,000 mark. And we're pretty close to both of those guys. So if you got a little bit of spare change in your pocket and would like to help a great cause, go ahead and donate. And there should be a, in chat, there should be a link for that.
Was there a pair of sunglasses on the floor?
Where are they? They just weren't.
No, they were just floating.
Oh yeah, so those are relics. There's there's 60 relics total, one for each character, or most characters. There's not each character. There's this game is actually the Wii version of Armageddon is a little different than the other versions of the game. It has an extra character with Chameleon, which is just like the invisible fighter. And I think there is a couple other differences, like minor differences, but the main thing was that they added Chameleon. Oops.
And I like how that one wasn't just the 2D type of fighting, it was more of the 3D realm. I think it looks like it's coming.
Oh
more
yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's a interesting fight. We'll see more fights like that for sure later.
Okay.
What the? Yeah, that was Wu Lei. I don't really know who he is. He's just some dude in this game. You have the chance to, like, the opportunity to kill him. Another something I could have. It's like another good donation incentive thing I could have added. I forgot about, but it just asks. It gives you the opportunity to kill him, even though he dies anyway. It's weird. I guess it's just. It's Mortal Kombat. Oh wow, dude, he's outranging me.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
You got this though.
Yeah, some of these character Rain is one of them, are just a little bit more trolly. They'll just like to do. They either have a better tool set to work with Taven, or they just like to block, like what Rain's doing right now. Like
straight up blocks. We ain't about that block life.
This is what you want them to do. You want them to jump in.
And that just matters on how far away they are, correct? And you can just manipulate that a little.
They can do the jump in if they're standing right next to you. Like they can sometimes still do that. It's just it's just fighting game AI, really.
Okay. It looks like we got a brand new bid war that got put up, at least to my knowledge. It's Dragon Ball Z Choose the Language, either in French or Japanese. So if you like either of those languages, you can go ahead and donate toward Le Petit Rois. I hope I said it right, so I don't speak French, unfortunately. But go ahead and you can donate to the cause, and you can choose which language you'd like to see for the Dragon Ball Z.
Whew, alright, that was close. I want to make sure I have full bar going into this fight. This fight's really annoying. That wasn't good. Another useful thing about the fireball is that it auto detects. Right there, it didn't help me because it auto detected the wrong enemy. But it'll auto detect the archers, which are who I have to worry about. I don't care about anything else in this fight. I have to kill the first 3 enemies, and then I just have to kill the archers.
Yeah, having the high ground with a ranged weapon definitely makes things tricky for you.
And then once you get to a certain point in the fight, these big rocks just start. I think it's a catapult or something, but they start getting randomly shot, and it can either not affect you at all, or like it happens, but definitely before, it can just kill you because 5 of them spawn in the same spot, and you get locked into getting hit by 5 of them, and it kills you like this. Oh my gosh! Okay.
My hopes is that it's a trebuchet. These things are really cool.
No, dude. That was another bad example of auto targeting. It auto targeted through the pillar.
So we just got a donation for $20 from Manix, donating for the Dragon Ball Z à la French. Francois. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I like I said, I butcher French.
It's okay.
I try.
We forgive you.
Thank you. Now, I barely speak English correctly, and then my Japanese is even worse.
That's a retweet, if I ever heard one. This fight is this is actually probably one of the harder sections of the run. We're in Lin Kuei Palace right now. But there's a lot of tricky fights in here, especially with the amount of bar that we have. So I just have to make sure that we get a little bit of good orange.
Oh, we got a visitor. Oh, just wishing them good luck there. And thank you for the raid, Lyra Sorrel. Appreciate it.
All right, that actually was pretty good, and I was out the right door. Yeah, my mom works. She's a nurse, so she's. Oh, I'm not doing all relics. Whoops. So she was like, "What are you doing up?"
I'm trying to help children, Mom. Come on.
Yeah. All right, so this fight is a weird fight. I don't necessarily know if it's an auto scroller, but it doesn't really matter how many of these guys we kill. We just have to build up, quote unquote, power in this scythe, like in this in the weapon that we were using, and then eventually the ice breaks and we can go into the door. I don't know.
Okay.
Did not choose this. It chose me. See if we can get another dash frame here. Oh! Oh, I kind of did. Oh no! Well, that's fine. So I got the dash frame still, so it's fine. Okay. But that magnifying glass was showing a relic that wasn't there because I didn't load it in yet.
Oh, that might be a little bit of a problem.
We lost a little bit of time watching that little cutscene, but we still saved time not having to watch the other cutscene that we skipped. So that was good. This is Frost. She was enclosed in a block of ice because she's a bad person. Oh,
she looks like a nice lady, though.
She's just mad with power, really. So Sub-Zero froze her in a block of ice, and Taven freed her, and Frost decided to beat him up for it.
Wait, I have a question about that. Wow, was this character called Frost before being encased in a block of ice?
Yes.
That seems counterproductive.
Well, like, so for actual lore, there's only two cryomancers in the world, that being Sub-Zero and his brother. Frost is the only other cryomancer left that they know of. So Sub-Zero, or at least Sub-Zero wanted to take Frost under his wing and train her up and do all this stuff, but she was, again, just not a great person and just mad with power. So he had to freeze her in a block of ice to stop her. Is pretty much what happened.
Okay.
But also, your joke was funny.
Man,
now we're fighting Sub-Zero.
Oh, my favorite character.
He has very good sound bites. Listen to these sound bites. No. Don't freeze me.
Oh no.
But yeah, so we're fighting both good and bad guys because nobody knows who Taven is, and Taven doesn't know who anybody is. So everyone's
just going for it.
Yeah, everyone's just like, okay, I guess we're fighting. You must be the opposite opponent, or you must be my opponent because I don't know who you are. That's basically the environment Mortal Kombat's in at the moment.
It seems logical.
Also, whenever I go into these 2D fights, I try to aim for about a 76 to a 79 second fight. That's around a perfect fight, depending on damage ranges or whatever. Actually, I don't know if damage ranges is the right word for it, but it's just sometimes, depending on if they're jumping or if they're blocking or anything, you'll do a little bit more damage or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the correct phrase for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get some yeet hype here.
is going pretty okay. Ooh. Oh wait. Did that just give me health? I think it just gave me health. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's the one I needed.
Yeah, it was one of them. You know, you'd eventually get to it.
Oh, okay. So whenever there's a finish him, that means that you can like kill them, and you'll get your bar of mana back.
Okay. Stamina, mana, whatever it is, you know, the blue bar.
Stamina. This is one of those classic multiple corridor rooms. Figure out which ones are the right ones. It's just the ones by the front door. So we're just gonna go in here.
Oh goodness!
Not get hit by the fireballs.
I know I'm making too many references of it, but it reminds me of another Legend of Zelda game.
There's definitely lots of references in the, to other video games in these. Okay, that was good. So another, I also don't know. I'm pretty sure there's just an internal cycle going on, but you can get to these rooms and the fireballs move a whole like cycle slower, so I can get to the next space before the next fireball comes out.
Oh,
but
nice.
It's not like a consistent thing I've ever been able to like figure out. It just happens sometimes. I think it's honestly, if I were to come into this room and die, it would work. But other than that,
would you save time if you died, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's just you either hope you get the cycle if it's a thing like that, or just don't go for it.
Okay.
So this fight is kind of like a mixture of one of the other fights earlier with the scythe scepter thing, but we have to kill a certain amount of enemies. So I want to try and stand in a good spot so I can use my fireball and not get this scepter taken away from me, because it goes away after you get a certain amount of kills. So I still want to get a good amount of kills so that this fight finishes sooner.
So by using the
really
fireball, then you prolong the use of it, correct?
Yeah, I prolong the. I make the fight go faster, and I can keep this for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. Okay, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that was sick! Wow, I should have just trusted myself. I didn't pay attention to how much I killed. That was insane.
Yeah, you just stormed right through them. Oh, here's Smoke.
Come on, boy. Smoke is an interesting character. He loses his body by this point in the game, because Smoke is technically a possessed dead person. And this is like the actual Smoke. This demonic Smoke entity is what Smoke actually is. I can't remember his name. His like actual name.
Maybe I
He
can
has a
find
big
it.
spooky name.
But as we saw with the first round there, RubberDuckyAssassin was able to have that amount of leeway there to make sure that he hit every single time when they were jumping.
That was a good fight.
That sweet spot in there.
Kind of like those little fights in the Takunin Warship, we just have to hit them up into the spikes. I always say bust it, or blocking is busted in this game because I literally can't do anything about it, and blocking for me isn't as good as blocking for them. So it's better for me to just kind of do what I'm doing here and like juke them out instead of just try to either hope they don't block or block myself.
Okay. And Nenra, maybe is how you
Yeah,
pronounce
that's what it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Good old Google search there.
Just to Google. I don't know if it like how this game plays in comparison to other ones, just because I haven't played them. But if just judging by like the popularity of the game and also just the popularity of well, the fact that it's the newest of the Midway made games, it definitely seems like it'd be probably the cleanest. But I know Mythology is a pretty solid game. I recommend trying out like any of the Mortal Kombat games just because they're all kind of different, especially the older games. The newer games are more like competitive friendly and whatnot.
Okay.
Come on, dude. But the old games are very like casual friendly. They have a lot of content in them and stuff.
Yeah, can we take a second to just like give props to the devs for naming that person Noob?
Yeah. He's named after the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon.
Oh, okay.
And Noob is the original Sub-Zero. He's just brought back and made evil.
Oh, okay. So there's actual lore behind it. Okay.
There is lore. Mortal Kombat has lore, man. It's pretty whack. It doesn't make much sense. But there's lore.
I just wasn't expecting a noob to be part of lore.
There's a Noob and Smoke fuse at some point. I don't really know why they aren't at this point. But
Boon Tobias, apparently.
Yep.
Okay.
He's still the like head of NetherRealm. So he's still like with the game. Just Warner Brothers, you know, said money. Oh, come on, bro. What? And
this part of the game, you're kind of doing the same thing with the jump with that item that you did.
Yeah, this item is busted. Like, this fight is just, you go into this fight and these guys are here and you have to kill them, and for whatever reason there's this guy who has that weapon. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just that he has the weapon and they let you use it, and it's absolutely busted. They shouldn't let you use it.
And is that a brush that I see?
Yeah, that was one of the
brush.
relics.
There it is.
That was Sindel's relic.
I was just looking at that like for like the last 10 seconds, like, why is there a brush there?
Yeah. It's some of the relics aren't hidden as well as others, for sure.
Noob Smoke is also a playable character. One of his combat stances is Noob Saibot, and the other is Smoke. Okay.
Oh, that's it. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know it was in this game. That's obvious.
Nah, you're just focusing on getting to the end, you know. Who needs all the stuff in the middle, right?
Unless you're doing 100% category.
True.
Oh, he parried. Oh, come on, bro. Oh. Oh, and yeah, right there. Whenever, I don't know how they do it, but whenever a CPU is up against the wall and they jump, they can jump cancel.
Okay. Interesting.
So that's what that little like jump and then like instantly went back down to the ground. He was at the wall and it was just a jump cancel.
Now, can that save you time with the run? Or?
No, I mean I don't. There's no reason for us to go for us to do it because we just want the damage to be done in that fight.
Okay.
It's just whenever sometimes they'll be backed up into the wall, and it happens. You don't necessarily want that to happen, but if it happens, usually you just try to have them go to the left or right.
Okay. And you think it was a good time to talk about Le Petit Roi?
Yeah. The beginning of this fight has some RNG, but the rest of it is pretty simple. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw them into bombs.
So just as a reminder for everybody who is watching in chat, we are doing a fundraiser for Le Petit Roi, and just you know, as a thing for them, their mission is to promote the education and development of children with intellectual disabilities, whether or not they fall into the autism spectrum or not, throughout the entirety of their lives. They offer the tools and support projects dedicated to providing them with stimulating and adapted environments that facilitate their path towards a life of autonomy and personal growth. So if you guys are able to, we would definitely appreciate some funds for helping these guys out. I think that it's a great opportunity to help children in need with it. And it's not just a one and done deal with it. They work throughout their entire life to help them out. So I think this is a very good cause. I think NoReset Speedrun picked a really good charity to help support. And if you're feeling that kindness in your heart, we definitely would appreciate it. We're trying to reach the goal of $15,000 to see the Mega Man Maker custom stages. So we definitely appreciate it, folks.
That was a gold.
Nice. That's how it's done.
Alright, pull that lever. And we're gonna move on. That went really, really well. The first section was the only really bad part of it. Because you can have them all jump down and be in an exact straight line. But sometimes it just doesn't happen like that.
So was it like on a scale of 1 to 10? How was the RNG for you on that?
Oh, that was definitely like a 9. I was like almost
a
perfect.
9. Nice.
That was almost perfect. That was really good. This is a very satisfying fight if I do it. Oh, I didn't get good RNG. Come on, give me that. Give me. Come on, give me the thing.
And as Raichu Knight said, the double flawless, it's definitely not an easy thing to do. Anything, just in general, in Mortal Kombat.
It's it's weird because I picked up this game at the beginning of 2020, and like I'm not the biggest fighting game thing, biggest fighting game performer, I guess. I'm just not that great at fighting games. So it's not like it's the easiest. I make it look a little easier than it is, but it's definitely like there's some. You have to make sure that the AI is working with you mainly, just because there's so many different things that they'll do. There's I used to run Brawl. I still do some Brawl stuff every once in a while, but I used to run a lot of Brawl and Smash, and that definitely helps with like being able to kind of almost route on the fly, but it's just being able to react and figure out what the best thing to do. Oh, that was good. Okay, good.
Can we get a yeet hype in chat for this? This seems like a good time for a yeet hype.
Yeah, that fight's supposed to be kind of like a big middle point of the run where you're fighting all three of them and you're supposed to use all your resources, but you can just throw them all into bombs and they'll die. And now Reptile is here.
Ooh.
Well, he's been here actually. But...
He's just chilling. Yeetality.
Yeetality is probably the best thing I've heard. And they should add that in the next Mortal Kombat game. Yeet them to death.
Flawless victory. Round 2.
Oh, okay. Ah, Reptile. Get over there, bro. Reptile can be a little troll. He has some weird moves. Generally, he doesn't. His AI doesn't act too well.
All right, you were able to recover at the end. That was pretty good.
Yeah, good. That was a good Red Dragon Caverns for sure. All right, my mic. So now we're going to HE double hockey sticks.
Oh.
Literally.
Oh, literally. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty warm this time of year.
Yeah. It's lava. We're pretty much just going to be scaling this mountain, but downwards, because we can do that apparently.
Oh yeah, you know, just doing a descent into a fun place.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's called downscaling.
What are you trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Get over there, dude.
Ooh, they almost yeeted you off.
Oh, that's impossible.
That's good
I
to know,
think.
at least.
Yeah, they I've never
Let's
seen
try
it
it out.
happen.
Oh, I
So
totally try it
commutable.
out sometime.
Oh, good ending. I've definitely tried doing some like clips and stuff here and there. That's kind of how I found out about like the little frame dashing to skip some cutscenes, like those minor cutscenes, but nothing too drastic has been found just because things are locked in by like fights and whatnot. So like, you know, wrong warps or stuff like that is probably not something that can be found in this game.
Okay.
I don't know if I even had it. I can't really hear the game, but Draman literally gives us a good welcoming to HE double hockey sticks.
Oh.
So he says it. I was like, is this like I remember playing through this game casually. And I was like, yeah, this is like the visual representation, like NetherRealm is basically like, you know. And he goes, welcome. And then you're just like, oh, okay, great, awesome. Trying to be family friendly here, and that's fine.
Well, from the notes that I got, it's PG-13-ish. You know, PG to PG-13.
True. So Fireball. I honestly don't know what the point of that is, because that's the only point of going on that platform is getting the Fireball to hit that. This is another. I don't like this area. This whole area that we're in. It's called NetherRealm Cliff. Not the funnest. These zombies are really lame. They have a projectile.
Oh, the arcing one.
Yep, and
Okay.
they have a lot of health as well. So I can't just like beat them up if something bad goes wrong. I usually either have to hit them off the cliff or use a special or something. I want to make sure I have full gauge of mana before the end of this fight.
Okay. Now that's always a careful balance when you have to make sure that you have a full bar after.
All right, cool. And then they have this cutscene too of like that breaking that boulder that isn't there because I broke it. Like,
You're just doing it preemptively, you know.
sure.
You're just helping them out.
And then we have to ground pound all these glowing circles on the ground here. Since I don't have as much gauge, I have to wait for another one to spawn to do it.
Goodness. That's a lot of sigils, or whatever they're called.
That's the best word for it I've ever heard. But that worked. I want to get another one to spawn before I enter this next section. Okay, that's good. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer for those to spawn, but that was good. This fight is kind of like an auto-scroller. You definitely don't want to just do nothing. And there are ways to speed it up. This is not how that happened. This is just bad RNG. Okay. You just want these to show up. So the point of this fight is to literally just use your fireball and just to kill them, kill as much as you can. And the game will just have them drop more either health or, gosh, I really need to find a word for it. These power-ups. But they'll just drop them. But sometimes they won't. And if they don't, you'll lose time probably. You just want to be able to use your fireballs as, as much as often. You don't have to run around.
Yeah, the top 3 words that I can think of is special, mana, stamina.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, right?
Oh, that was good. Cool. That was actually really good. Dang. Okay, wait.
Nailed it.
That was definitely the fastest I've done that. That was pretty good. The meteors falling from the sky also affect what kills them. So those can kill them as well and have them drop items, but it's just luck where those land and whatnot. Come on, up in the air. And this is Li Mei. So we're gonna see a couple more of these kinds of characters that you might not be as familiar with. That look a little bit more, just with lack of a better term, generic. Li Mei's kind of was supposed to be the girl Liu Kang, more so.
Okay.
And you'll see some more of those characters, and there's characters like that in the cast, like Draman. We fought him earlier. There is just a lot of quote unquote 3D area arcade characters in this game.
Okay. She seems like a nice lady still,
She is a good guy, so yeah.
And just as a reminder
nice
nice 2 golds in this run. What's going on here?
You'll love to see it.
So just as a reminder for everybody, we have less than an hour until Monster Hunter World is coming on, and we do have a bid war going on for it between the Switch Axe, the Hammer, and the Charge Blade. If you're interested in any of those items seen and you love Monster Hunter World, go ahead and donate to the cause of Le Petit Roi, and you can get you can help get toward your choice of which weapon you want to use for Monster Hunter World coming up.
What's winning?
Right now we've got the Hammer coming in with a sizable margin of 1,038.
Dang. Love a good hammer. The charge thing sounds pretty cool. IMHO, but that's just me. What do I know? I just play Mortal Kombat. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So that first section. So what's going on now? The story is getting a little convoluted at this point. So we were fighting Li Mei, a good guy, because we saw her fighting Shinnok, who at the time of Taven being enclosed in a rock was a good guy. Shinnok used to be an elder god who was casted down because he was a big bad who was power hungry. But Li Mei was fighting him, and Taven decided to protect him because he was an elder god as far as Taven knows. So right now Shinnok's kind of taken us to do whatever he wants us to do. And we're just having to help him out.
All these poor imps.
These guys don't need any sympathy. This fight is so annoying. Whoa. Oh, come on, dude.
Oh my!
If I had full blue bar there, that would have been great. Would have been perfect. But it's still good, so it's all good.
I like the little poke at the end, though. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Sometimes the punches and kicks don't do that much damage to the big guys, but luckily, he's a little wimp. As is Havoc. Havoc is cool. He's from the Chaos realm, a realm you don't really get to see much in the two continuities of Mortal Kombat that we've seen, really. The only time you get to see much about Havoc is in the comic books.
Okay.
He's pretty cool, though.
That was one thing I completely forgot about. There are comics to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, from Mortal Kombat 9 to Mortal Kombat X, there was like a 25-year gap in like the story. So in order to like make sense of that, they were filling it with comic book stuff.
Okay.
Which also got somewhat retconned. It's so weird. Mortal Kombat has gone through some. They've gone through some crap over the like year and a half with their stories and stuff and timelines and whatever.
It's all twisted and everything.
So this fight, I need to make sure that okay, that was not a good start. I need to make sure that these guys are thrown off, hit off, whatever the case may be. I just need to make sure that they get off this platform. I don't want to punch them to death. I just want them to get off and stick to the Velcro spikies.
Yeah, just throwing them or, push them off.
You can uppercut them. Oop.
Ooh, okay. Apparently you can't fall off.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Usually doing a ground pound will work pretty well in this fight, but if they're not close enough to a ledge, then it won't. Sometimes they just won't get behind you.
We're getting that yeet hype up in the chat. Best strat ever.
Look at those. All right. What? I'm in there. What the heck?
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was all right. And it wasn't the best, but it was okay. Similar to one of those fights earlier, we're going to try and use our fireball and the weapon that we have at the same time. Also, because these guys have a lot of health, these guys take two hits of a sword, so it's kind of busted.
Ooh.
It's literally on fire, and they can take 2 hits of it. It's kind of nuts. Like, when you try to think about it, like, I wouldn't even want to run at someone with a fire sword, let alone get 1 hit. Oh, great.
Yes, as somebody that has used a flame saber before, not a lot of people mess with you when you have it.
Alright, so now we're going to fight some forearm freaks. And also, to go back on the favorite Mortal Kombat character, Shiva's up there. Shiva's pretty cool. Oh, come on. What? I just complimented you.
Now, with Shiva, does she have any, like, close lore with Goro at all, or no?
Well, so they're the same race. Goro, when Goro was dethroned, she became the queen of the Shoken.
Okay.
But like they're not like siblings or anything.
Okay.
They're just the same race.
Same race.
I'm pretty sure they don't really like each other because she's a girl. I'm pretty sure they have. She's like the only female warrior they've had in ever.
Okay.
So.
And the whole battle of supremacy between
Kintaro doesn't like her either. This is Kintaro. He's Goro with fur. Oops. Good. You want the big guys to get far away and to jump in.
There we go. Look at that zoning, though. That was good zoning.
Oh crap! He's going in.
Oof.
Eesh. Okay, yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh.
Just reminds me of the old school Goro fights.
Yeah, that was fine.
There you go.
It's not uncommon to lose a fight or two as well. Like there's just stuff happens. But this is going
Makes sense.
pretty well so far for sure.
Yeah, in the original Mortal Kombat, Goro was, oh my gosh, he was a piece of work. He would deal so much damage.
He was unbeatable for 9 decades or something like that. 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments, he was unbeatable. This is unskippable as well. So,
oh,
enjoy the great voice acting.
I must be in Outworld.
It's fantastic.
Quan Chi is already inside. I must find a way to get in. I need to eliminate Shao Kahn's archers.
Alright, so I have to kill those 4 archers.
and that's where the auto targeting comes into play.
Yes, very useful. I could have gone up there, but that's okay. So whenever you're rolling in this game, you want to make sure you're not hugging a wall, because if you're hugging a wall, the game will like eat some of the distance that you're supposed to get from those rolls, and it'll. When I was casually playing this game, it took me probably 30 minutes to get past this section because I just could not figure it out. It was so difficult. But now I get it because I'm a gamer. You can actually also run during, like, in between these cycles, but I am not going to do that because that is not safe, and you lose a lot of time if you die in this section because there's no checkpoint.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that.
There's no checkpoint till you get to the other side, at least.
I think now is a good time to remind people of our milestones that we're trying to hit. We are currently 93% of the way to getting to our Duck Dodgers demo showcase, and also 89%, or about 90%, to our goal for our bonus game of the Mega Man Make Your Custom Stages. So if you'd like to help out the Le Petit Roi, then go ahead and donate to the cause, and you get to add more content to the event.
That sounds pretty hype. So that fight is actually pretty interesting because those big enemies, you're not supposed to be able to hit them off or anything. But that ground pound move is just strong enough that if you get them at the right angle, like just close enough to that... just close enough to that the edge, then you can hit them right off the edge and they'll just end the fight really quickly. Very quick.
What a way to go.
I don't want to say it's RNG either. It's just a little what's the word?
Exploit?
Oh no, it's just a little difficult to get it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I only got one. Cool. The point of this fight is to, we have to make the lift stop working. We have to hit all these enemies into the lift until it breaks.
Oh, so you're purposely doing it. Okay, I thought you were just having fun with it.
No. We do indeed have to uppercut them into the grinder on purpose. And that's when the fight ends.
That's a way to really grind their gears, right?
Yeah. Another, we haven't seen it. There's been a couple stages where we could have gotten some like stage. I don't know if could have gotten stage fatalities, but we could have gotten some stage interactions, which is just like they get hit by something in the stage or something happens like that. But this stage, I can kill Melina in this stage. So let's see if I can get her on that side. She's not really doing anything right now, but I also don't try to go for it too much because it usually ends up not working. But
Okay.
we'll see if she does it. Come here. Okay. Nope. I'll go. I need you to not do this. Come on. Alright, whatever. I don't know why he's ducking. He's supposed to be walking to the side, but he's ducking.
That happens.
Okay. That's fine. So you can kill her by either uppercutting her or hitting her into that crusher, or you can hit her into the lava behind me. You just have to get her onto that side of you, but it wasn't working out. That's okay.
Yeah, it happens.
It only saves time if you can do it before you would normally finish the fight, which is before like 78 seconds. So
Okay.
you have to do it pretty fast for it to actually save time.
And like you said before, 78 seconds is like the magic number for the average for those 2D fights, correct? Or then 3Ds?
Yeah, it's like it like ranges between like 77 to like 79.
Okay.
But yeah, usually you'll see. I honestly could add 76 in that too, but like 77 is definitely like when it's actually like you didn't do anything wrong. That was a really good fight. You just have to kill a certain amount. There's nothing to that one. You can kill them by fire, like doing fireballs or hitting them on that conveyor belt. They're really weak as well. So,
Okay.
a couple ways to go about that.
Man, those crystals seem really useful.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna grab one again just because my bar is a little low. We have to have full bar for this fight we're going into.
Okay. Is there going to be more Yeet hype coming up?
No, we're just freezing him. So we got this particular power up during Frost section. We just don't need it really. But here we have to freeze him in the middle, and then hit him with these fire or with this like ground pound fire from the bottom. Otherwise, you just will not do damage to him, and he will just be annoying. And also, if you use all four of those ground pound circles and don't kill him, you have to redo the fight. You have to die and redo the fight.
Oh no.
So good thing that didn't happen. But that is very uncommon. It's only happened to me once. It's because it mainly will happen because the game is a little buggy, and that's okay. But yeah. This is an auto-scroller though. We don't have to worry about doing it too fast. We just have to make sure we do it before we get to the next, like when the barrier goes away.
Okay.
So we just gotta chop these guys. We have a big machete.
This game seems really family friendly.
Very, yeah.
Teaching kids anatomy, you know.
Oh yeah. Especially what happens exactly like when someone gets cut in half by a one-armed machete. Yep. Dang, that was fast. If I punch this, it does damage to me, but I don't want to have damage on me right now. Okay, this is Big Boy.
Ooh, big boy time.
He doesn't very much like me. He likes to make fun of me.
If only I could release their power, but I can't reach them.
Oh my goodness.
I see this. Alright, so we just have to hit all of these blue circle things over here in each corner, and then we have to freeze him in the middle, and oops, not die. Hold on.
Now, what are those circle things? Are those like?
I don't think they really explain it. It's just they shoot a beam of light at the statue, and it hurts him. Kaboom! Not even like a typical like 3-hit fight. It's just a 2-hit fight.
Oh my!
Good stuff there. Good stuff. Now we're fighting Goro.
Yay!
Everyone's favorite. I'm pretty sure he's one of the best in the game as well. I think he's pretty busted. I know he's like one of the best characters to use in the arcade speedrun.
Okay.
That was good. 79
He's
seconds.
He's a huge damage dealer, so I can totally see that.
Ooh.
Just giving Rubber Ducky a little bit of time.
Yeah, actually, you're good. I'm gonna have to do a lot of this split, like this whole segment, is actually like probably the hardest section, the second hardest section of the game. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll focus a little bit. This fight is just really finicky, and the enemies have a lot of health, and they're really annoying. Like their AI is just stupid. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, just give me the magic word to hush, and I'll give you your thinking time. I just don't remember what the magic word is.
No, you're good. This is fine. Oh, hey, look, the damage.
No, it's just like the other fights where you're trying to get basically the death toll up to a certain amount.
Yep. Yeah, this is
Okay.
just your average fight. It's just the enemies come a lot slower, and they're a little bit smarter and just different. Some of them have range attacks like this guy. They like to do that jump move, which will make fireballs be a little risky to use sometimes.
Definitely like the dodge on the lightning that you had.
Oh. Okay, right there, that was an instance of that fireball went right through him. You also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but you want to make sure you don't hit them too early. If you hit an enemy too early as they spawn in, you won't do damage to them.
Okay.
You can even continue the combo for however long. You can hit them with a special move. If you start the attack before, like as they're landing, or if you just start too early, then you won't do damage to them, and you have to do it again. So I always try to make sure I wait just long enough for them to load in fully. It's basically like iframes, but the iframes last however long your combo lasts if they still had it.
Oh, so you're just extending the iframes out?
No, I'm making the iframes end, making sure that it's end, because if I don't, it'll extend it.
Yeah.
Oh, Reiko. Reiko is definitely one of the heart. He's the boss man, obviously. It's really good tools.
Oh my goodness. That is an interesting stance that he has, though. I would never. Just the way his fighting stance is. It's just.
Oh yeah. Don't know how necessarily accurate all of them are either. You know.
Oh my.
A little close to that.
Looked like some capoeira or whatever.
Capoeira.
My bad.
Oh, dude, blocked it.
Oy.
It's all good. It's all good. Reiko's usually like this. This segment again is a difficult segment. It's all good. That went really well.
Okay, not too much, or it wouldn't be too much of a time loss, or if any time loss at all there, because of the difficulty of the fight, right?
I mean, we lost time because we lost, but
Oh, yeah, that's true.
that's okay. This is our last obelisk that we have to go to. We have to. There is technically story for each time we go into an obelisk. Like for right here, we're building up Blaze's essence, which Blaze is. He was created by Taven's mom to make sure that the world doesn't end, and we need to try and find Blaze. That's what we're trying to do right here. Part of it, at least, is trying to find Blaze. But now the only reason we're trying to find Blaze is because now we know that. This isn't going well. What the heck, man? It's just RNG where these bulbs show up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just have to kind of run around and hope they show up close to me.
I was reading up what's it called? A trivia for this, and I forgot they were talking something about Blaze, and I just can't remember at the moment.
So we'll see Blaze. There's going to be a cutscene near the end of the run that kind of explains everything also. But yeah, we were just building up Blaze's essence. I don't really know what that's about, but so now we're fighting Raiden. Raiden does look indeed a little spooky. His technically is Dark Raiden.
Oh.
We're fighting him because he has made a deal with the Bads that if they don't, touch Earthrealm, that he won't get in the way of whatever else they're doing, which is, a little messed up. So Taven, so the bad guys said had Raiden make sure Taven not get to them. So Raiden's trying to make sure we don't get there. He's also trolling me. I don't know what the heck that was about. Usually he just does nothing. Stick.
Just when Raiden gets up, it's just it's an interesting sight.
Oh. There we go.
Alrighty.
Then we're getting to the last section of the run, which is the hardest section of the run. See how this goes. So these guys don't have a lot of health. They actually die in one punch. Or anything really, as long as they aren't super out of range of the ground pound move, they'll die. But they're a little annoying. They're fast. They have range attack moves, and there's a lot of them. I also don't want to use up too much of my my mana because I need it for this entire section.
Makes sense.
So I'll make sure that I don't use too much of it. Yeah, that's fine.
And just reminding everybody, we have a bid war that will be redeemed right after this for Monster Hunter World. For choose the weapon, the options are the switch axe, the hammer, and the charge blade. If you are interested in seeing any of those three, make sure to donate to Le Petit Rois and help us reach our goal of 15,000. We actually have the high goal of, I think it's 15,378 or somewhere around there that we want to reach this time around. But if we get to the 15,000 mark, we do get that bonus Mega Man Maker custom stage.
Hey.
So, yeah. Every little bit helps, guys. Every bit helps the children that in need. So we would definitely appreciate it if any of you guys have anything to spare. It'd mean a lot to both the hosts and the runners, and also the people that are hosting the NoReset Speedrun event.
So, this fight, the hardest fight in the game, there's a lot that's going to be going on now. I kind of got the easy part done. We have enemies here. These guys are here so that they can give us health, mana, and give us something to throw at these skulls if we don't have anything to, fireball at them, because we can throw them. I feel like they also do a little bit more damage than what the fireballs do sometimes, and their hitbox is a little bit more active than the fireballs as well. So I do like to try and prioritize using them as my projectiles, but just like that, the fight's hard. There's a lot of there's those enemies attacking me, any of the skulls having any of their fireball or fire breath attacking me, and there's also any of the fireballs coming from the sky. It's a common fight to die with full health on a New Game Plus file, so it's okay. Expected.
Okay.
It's just a really rough fight, and it can go really bad or it can go really well. Sometimes it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles.
That's when you pray to RNGesus, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm sure that there's some stuff I probably just need to learn about the game a little bit more, but definitely it's like you can only play so careful in a speedrun. You also want to try and keep into consideration. Look at this guy. He's running. Okay. Guy's dead. That guy's not dead.
And during this, if we can get some yeet height action going on, so we can help RubberDuckyAssassin with this.
Nice. Tore him in half. Any button combination you can. I've only been doing the faster, ways to finish them and such. But there's so many ways to do these fights and to kill these guys. There's a bunch of different animations and wacky stuff. This game is insane. There's on top, since I started running this game 2020, I think I said that already, but with that, I've been trying to just grow the community a little bit, and as a speedrun, I also know Mortal Kombat isn't typically known as a speedrunning community, so I'm just been trying to do that, do more of that, and add more categories. There's all relics for this game. All obelisk challenges is a fun one. I'm working on doing Conquest 100% and Crypt 100%. So there's lots of content for this game for sure. There's also racing ILs, so
Okay.
Motor Combat if you like racing games. There we go.
Kind of makes me wish that I had a Wii U so I could play it.
It's a very fun game for sure. And it's also, these Mortal Kombat games are pretty cheap as well. The most expensive one is the Shaolin Monks game that I was referring to earlier, and that's just because that's a more rare game, and it's also one of the better ones.
Okay.
If you have people if you have if you co-op games, if that's your thing, Shaolin Monks is a great game for it. It's literally made for co-op, playing through a game co-op.
And
there is single player, but
oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's just they're single player, but the game is made to be you're supposed to play as Kung Lao and Liu Kang.
And what consoles are those on?
It's a PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah. Not on the Wii.
Ah, Hapkido.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. No. Oh. He did his thing. Oh. Okay, we're good. So now we're meeting Dagon. Dagon is Taven's brother. He has been like him and Dagon had the same task and everything from his parents, but an unknown evil power opened up Dagon's rock early. So Dagon's a big bad guy. So he's been trying to like kill Taven and do all this stuff. So right now we have to. This is a life or death fight right now. Either I win and Taven, or I win and Dagon dies, or Dagon wins and I die. Which is not necessarily what's supposed to be happening.
Kind of reminds me of Kratos.
Oh yeah, he kind of does look like him. But we're supposed to. The whole like leading up cutscenes like, no way, we're not supposed to fight each other. Stop it, no. And then he's like, no, I want to fight. You're a little baby. And yeah, and that's Blaze. So he's gonna kind of explain the lore and everything that's been going on, because Taven is just as confused as everyone else is here. So don't worry.
Now you must fulfill your obligation.
Obligation.
I can't skip it. So.
Quest destroyed
perfect.
my family. Explain to me why I should care.
Your mother.
But yeah, there's no real reason for me to explain it, because we have this great voice acting, explaining it for me. Fire boy. I hope you guys like my hat. It's my NoReset hat.
All of them? But with that many fighting
And are enjoying the run. Solid run so far.
Yeah, we're looks like we're coming toward the end of it too, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're at the last. This is going to be the last fight once we're done with the cutscene. The fight can go very poorly. I've definitely had this fight go poorly before. But we'll see. I've done some practice. I've figured some stuff out. We'll see how this goes. Also, I gotta know what Blaze's pants are made out of.
It is unknown even to me.
Kevlar.
Your armor is the weakest. The fate of the combatants will be revealed when our battle
Very,
is done.
very thick Kevlar.
So by defeating you, I could be killing them all.
They are unimportant. Retweet.
Whichever outcome,
Yeah,
you will be saving the realms.
that's a good
You
one.
must not let anyone else combat me.
Here, let me get my dog.
And we'll
Let me
put
see if
an
I can get my
end to
dog on
this.
screen. Where's my
I
webcam?
must act according to my creator's design.
Where's my
Take your
dog?
sword,
Oh no.
walk through the archway,
Magic.
and finish the quest.
Sleepy man.
While Rubber Ducky Assassin's getting their dog, just wanted to remind you why we're here in the first place. We're trying to raise funds for Le Petits Rois, and their mission is to promote the education and development of children with intellectual disabilities, whether or not they fall within the autism spectrum or not, throughout the entirety of their lives. They offer tools and support projects dedicated to providing them with stimulating, adapted environments that facilitate their path towards a life of autonomy and personal growth. And they're currently working on the Smart Home Project, which aims to continually improve the lives and futures of young people living with intellectual disabilities with or without the autism spectrum disorders. And the brand new environment, developed in collaboration with world-class specialists and renowned institutions, is packed with cutting-edge technology. And everything that has been carefully designed to support their daily routine while contributing to developing their autonomy, self-determination, and learning capabilities.
Round one, fight.
All right, let's see this fight against Blaze.
Whoa, uh-oh. No, come on, Blaze. Don't sidestep me, bro. No, 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 no. The triple. No. Oh. No. 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 Oh, he did a taunt. Oh my gosh, he threw me. What? That was nuts. Okay, wait. This can still... No. You hate to see it.
It's not like we're keeping a death counter or anything.
No, it's fine. I haven't even lost yet.
That's true.
This is more so what you're supposed to do. Oop. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Come on, one more. And timing is going to end on... Timing ends on the last hit of Blaze, so it's a little abrupt.
Okay. And that's coming up here in this third round.
Oh my gosh. Get me out of the corner. Come on. Nope. Oh gosh. He's going in. Let me out. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh, you hate to see it. It's okay.
Oh. The yeeter has been... Oh.
No, you're good. Sometimes he just he's very aggressive and he likes to block a lot, and other times he just really kind of just stands there and doesn't really do much. So we'll see if he does it. A lot of times they like to parry a lot too. So okay, that's good. Okay, okay.
You got this.
Oh. Alright. We're good. Okay, good. Side step. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm doing, whenever I jump in, is there is aerial combat in this game, and it's very weird looking. As you can see, it literally pauses you in the game, or in the air, instead of being normal.
What do you mean? That always happens.
I wasn't sure if that was going to kill. Yeah, we did it.
GG's.
We did it.
All right. Awesome job, RubberDuckyAssassin.
Thank you, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was Mortal Kombat Armageddon. We unlocked Taven. Cool.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, that was awesome. I really am glad to be able to show this off. This is the first time I've been able to show this in a marathon. And obviously there's still a lot of optimizations that to be made in this game, and this game is only so new in its speedrun life cycle, but I really enjoy it. I hope you guys found it entertaining. If you have any questions about getting into speedrunning, any games or anything like this, I am always around. I stream every single day, and I love speedruns. So let's get to the next run. I know we're a little behind schedule. Thank you guys so much for having me. Thanks for co-commentating with me, Shok, and thanks for hosting. I appreciate it.
The sorcerer Quan Chi killed Orin, who was my guardian. Though I had nothing left, I was determined to complete the quest.
All right.
I'm gonna pass the torch.
Oh.
You go.
Okay. So next up, folks, we have Monster Hunter World. So we're going to be checking that out, and I just want to thank everybody for watching and everybody who has donated. I'm going to be heading out here as well with the RubberDuckyAssassin. My name is King Dirtle over at the Dirtle Kingdom, and I want to thank you everybody for watching. Let's get to those goals, folks. We got the 15,000 and the 14,000 goals that we want to hit. So with that, we shall go to Monster Hunter World.
Until a solution can be found.